feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the great.
You probably have a lot more social anxiety than you realize. I didn't even notice how much I had until I started to really learn about myself over the last few months. Back in high school, I remember walking into class every single day feeling awkward. I felt like as soon as I walked in, everyone in the room was like watching me, watching my every movement. I didn't know how to truly be myself. I was constantly thinking of what others thought about me, and I would constantly adjust and I'd constantly change myself to fit inside of the image of what they thought was acceptable, right? So I would literally just try to fit in to please them. But the truth was, I wasn't even being real. I wasn't even real with myself. I used to do things for people, not because I wanted to, but because I wanted them to like me. I thought that it would help me fit in, and I thought it'd help me make more friends. I thought that if I was more agreeable, it would make people respect me more. But guess what? That never actually worked. There's one moment that really sticks out to me. There was this girl that I liked in high school, and we were both sitting in class like together. And one day she asked me to go in and fetch her jacket, and I remember jumping up instantly and going to get it for her. And I thought to myself, maybe this will make her like me more. But looking back now, I realized just how wrong that was. The thing is, you don't need to be someone's servant to be liked or to be respected. Relationships, whether friendships, romantic, or even professional ones, they're dependent on mutual value. Both people have to bring something to the table, or else it becomes one-sided. And that's just not even a healthy relationship. Think about it this way. If I have a friend that pushes me in the gym, and I push him in the gym, and we're both working out together, pushing each other, that's a mutual friendship. We're both gaining value from that exchange. We're helping each other grow, and we're getting stronger together. Now that's a real valuable relationship. But if I'm only friends with someone because every morning I go and buy them a coffee, then that's just me being used. That's not actually a friendship. That's just an exchange of favors, and it's one-sided. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you shouldn't do nice things for people. You should, but don't let being someone's doormat be the only reason they keep you around. People should respect you for your character, not for bending over backwards and doing whatever they say. And I know this because for a long time I lived like this. I did this kind of thing constantly. I was always a people pleaser because at the end of the day, I didn't really value my true core self. I was so focused on making other people happy that I literally lost respect for myself, and then people would lose respect for me because I'd lost my own respect. I didn't have the confidence to tell that girl, you can go get your jacket yourself. I didn't have the confidence to just be who I was. I was afraid that if I had acted like myself, people wouldn't accept me for who I was. And honestly, I wasn't even sure if I had accepted myself. But here's what I started to notice. I noticed that some people, the ones that were confident, outgoing, and surrounded by friends all the time, they didn't care what anybody thought. They just showed up as themselves, completely authentic, and they didn't apologize for it. They weren't afraid of being rejected or judged, and because of that, people actually gravitated towards them. And it wasn't because they were cooler than me, and it wasn't because they had something special that you and I don't have. They just had the confidence to be who they were and to live in the present moment. And that's a huge part in leadership, being able to stand firm in who you are, even when the pressure is on. And in my time in the military, I noticed this happening over and over again. In the military, I saw this time and time again. Leaders who always tried to bend and make everyone happy, they struggled. But the ones who knew who they were and stayed true to that, they commanded respect. I've learned over time that leadership isn't about doing things for others to gain their approval. It's about knowing yourself and living with integrity. Leadership is about bringing value to the table, but also being able to say no when you need to. It's about guiding people with strength and purpose, not about pleasing everyone. And I used to wonder why people were able to be so confident naturally. And I realized it actually comes to the way they were raised and the way they grew up. The people who are the most confident now and the most outgoing now, the people who are the most confident and outgoing now are the ones that, as they were growing up and as they were raised, they've been given a lot of positive reinforcement and a lot of positive feedback telling them that they are enough as they are. But if you didn't get that, if you went through some things that made you question yourself and question your worth, that lack of confidence actually sticks with you. And that's where the anxiety comes in. Feeling like you're not enough, that you have to change or act a certain way in order to be respected. And healing from that takes time, but I want to help you as much as I can throughout that process. And the first thing you need to do is put yourself out there. The only way to actually get better socially is to put yourself in social situations daily. You need to practice. I found one of the best ways to do this was to just greet people as you pass them. Just to say hi or good morning as you would walk past them. And it might seem awkward at first, but over time it literally becomes second nature and you start saying it to everyone. Not only is this going to help your social skills, but it's going to make you feel better about yourself. Because think about it. If you're that guy that's walking around in a good mood saying hi to everyone and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, like you're just going to be happier overall. And once you've gotten comfortable doing that, you can take it up a notch and start having conversations with random people. And it literally doesn't matter what you say at first. You can say something like, I like green buses. The point really isn't what you say, it's the way you say it and the type of energy you bring into the conversation. Confidence and energy are the keys here. When you're confident, people respond to that. And remember that when you're doing this, not everyone's gonna vibe with you, and that's okay. It's not that they don't like you, it's just that your two personalities aren't compatible, and that's totally fine. You don't need to be liked by everyone to be valuable. Another thing that really helped me along the way was meditation. Meditation helps you to slow down, to focus, and to breathe. And it's one of the best ways to calm your mind and to get rid of the social anxiety. I found that when I meditate, I actually speak more confidently and I don't stumble or rush over my words. And I also found that meditation helps me heal from past trauma. It brings me clarity, makes me more productive, and makes me less anxious when I'm in social situations. Now let's talk about gratitude. And I can't stress just how important this one is. Practicing gratitude daily completely shifts your mindset. When you start to focus on the things you're grateful for, it's hard to get stuck in negativity. It changes your perspective and helps to rewire your brain to see all the good that's actually going on in your life. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every day and watch how your mental health improves. Gratitude might seem small and insignificant, but it's actually very powerful. So I've given you 3 key tools: putting yourself out there, meditation, and gratitude. These are very simple but also very effective practices that, if done consistently, will help you overcome your social anxiety. This isn't an overnight fix, but over time, you'll heal, increase your confidence, and you'll start to live more authentically. You'll become the leader of your own life, instead of allowing anxiety to control you. So I want you to start today. Take action. And remember that leadership starts with self-respect and confidence. If you want to learn more about leadership, self-improvement, or the military, check out the rest of my videos. Don't forget to subscribe and to leave a comment if you have any questions. My name is Justin, and remember, you deserve the consequences of your actions.